You might have seen several videos of UFOs flying in the skies, and to be honest, they kinda look real. However, upon investigation, most UFOs are identified as known objects or atmospheric phenomena, while a small number remain unexplained. Have a look at these videos and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. The Nevada object. On a sunny day on May 14, 2021, a strange flying object was seen in the skies of a rural town in western Nevada. A random person sitting in a parking lot was intrigued after looking at this object and immediately started recording it from a distance.
It's a scene straight out of the X-Files.
That's unreal. I've never seen anything like it.
The quality of the video isn't that good. However, according to the recorder, there was some kind of aura around this object. You know, like when there's heat coming out of something. Although it looks like a balloon, the theory of this object being a balloon cancels out, as according to her, the object stayed absolutely stationary for more than 10 minutes. Interestingly, another Reddit user commented under the post stating, "I am in Las Vegas. Earlier this week I heard a very loud jet pass. I look out the window and see 4 to 5 fighters in tight formation executing a turn by the airport. Seconds after, I see a turtle shell-shaped object similar to this following them at high speed. I asked friends, tried looking at subs, and haven't seen similar accounts. I don't know what I saw." To this day, no real claims or definitive explanations have been made regarding this object, but the footage and the comment below bring more questions to the mix. But what do you think it was?
Nevada object.
This thing has been in the exact same spot for more than 10 minutes now.
Let's fast forward to May 14th, 2021. An object was captured on video over a little rural town in western Nevada. The person who recorded it was sitting in a Target parking lot. Even though the footage is not clear enough, the witness claims that there was some sort of aura around the object, similar to when there is heat coming out of the asphalt.
I don't know if you can tell, but there's like an aura around it on video. In like person and by the naked eye, it looks like there's an aura around it as well.
She also brought up the fact that there is no way that object could be a balloon because it was absolutely stationary for more than 10 minutes. Another user in the comment section responded to this video, adding another layer to this mystery. "I'm in Las Vegas. Earlier this week, I heard a very loud jet pass. I look out the window and see 4 to 5 fighters in tight formation executing a turn by the airport. Seconds later, I see a turtle shell-shaped object, similar to this, following them at high speed. I asked friends, tried looking at subs, and haven't seen similar accounts. I don't know what I saw." The consistency in eyewitness narratives amplifies the inexplicability, raising more questions than answers.
1998 UFO encounter. For the next sighting, we go back to the 20th century. On April 7, 1998, as Rod Dickinson was driving his car on the roads of Weymouth, a small town in southern England, he noticed something peculiar in the middle of his windshield. Initially, he ignored it, and kept his focus on driving. However, after a minute or so, Rod realized that what he was seeing wasn't a plane or a helicopter, and started recording straight away. Taking a look at this video, we can see a metallic, saucer-shaped object floating in the sky close to a radio communication tower. Rod claimed that the object was approximately 500 feet high, and that his encounter with it lasted around 10 to 12 minutes. Later into the video, the object can be seen flying right above Rod, confirming that it was indeed not a plane or a helicopter, but a mysterious circular object. Videos like these, taken in broad daylight, are over CGI and fake. However, this piece of footage was taken to California to be examined by Bill George, a renowned visual artist effects supervisor. Bill, after taking his time on it, couldn't confirm if it was a real UFO or not, but he did confirm that the video was authentic, stating some of the details in the video are hard to edit manually. Even after the video was proven to be real, there hasn't been a reasonable answer for it to this day.
On April 7, 1998, while driving on the roads of Weymouth in southern England, Rod Dickinson noticed something odd in the middle of his windshield. At first, he just kept driving, but after around a minute, he realized that the object wasn't a plane or a helicopter and started recording right away. Taking a look at his video, a metallic saucer-shaped object can be seen hovering close to a radio communication tower. According to Rod, the unidentified entity was about 500 feet high, and the whole encounter lasted around 12 minutes. A few moments later in the video, the unidentified object can be seen flying right above the witness, confirming that it was not a plane, given its circular shape. As clear recordings of UFOs in broad daylight such as this one are usually fake, the original footage was taken to California to be analyzed by Bill George, a renowned visual effects supervisor from Lucasfilms. Even though Bill could not confirm that the object was a real UFO, he was sure that the video was authentic, given some details that would be very hard to edit manually. Despite the fact that the footage was proven to be real, no definitive explanation about this object has ever been given, remaining unexplained to this day.
Volusia County Disc. The next video takes us to Volusia County, Florida. On August 16, 2020, a video uploaded by a Reddit user captured a long, black disc slowly moving from left to right. The cameraman briefly lost sight of the object for a few seconds. Suddenly, the black shape reversed direction abruptly and accelerated in the opposite direction. Another user in the comment section responded, saying they witnessed something similar. "I definitely saw this in another part of Florida last night. We are used to planes, drones, copters, parasails, etc. This was different enough for us to stop what we were doing and watch it for a bit before it disappeared. It was too low for a plane, but too high and big for a drone. And the lights were side by side, not in the colors of a plane. We figured it was something with the Coast Guard or port." Even though the commentator didn't provide video evidence for what he witnessed, what raises more questions is the fact that both encounters occurred in Florida.
By the naked eye, it looks like there's an aura around it as well.
She also brought up the fact that there is no way that object could be a balloon because it was absolutely stationary for more than 10 minutes. Another user in the comment section responded to this video, adding another layer to this mystery. "I'm in Las Vegas. Earlier this week, I heard a very loud jet pass. I look out the window and see 4 to 5 fighters in tight formation executing a turn by the airport. Seconds later, I see a turtle shell-shaped object, similar to this, following them at high speed. I asked friends, tried looking at subs, and haven't seen similar accounts. I don't know what I saw." The consistency in eyewitness narratives amplifies the inexplicability, raising more questions than answers. Yorkshire Light. Yorkshire, UK. May 14, 2020. A yellowish light maneuvers way above the clouds. At times, the light remains absolutely still. Then, out of nowhere, the light seems to accelerate at an absurd speed. There is also a moment in the video.
Arizona UFO. On March 23, 2024, in Ash Fork, Arizona, a Reddit user by the name of OneRock8528 was spending his night like the rest of them when something bizarre happened. His neighbor started yelling about a strange light in the skies. OneRock quickly went into his house and grabbed his phone to record this unidentified object. In the video, a very bright light could be seen moving slowly and making sharp turns. And even though the quality of the video is questionable, the author of the video claims that the object had 3 lights that stayed on the entire time, and a few others that turned on as the UFO moved, forming AV shapes. The UFO community stays divided on this after analyzing the footage, with some people surprised, stating that they have never seen something like this before, while others write it off, saying it was just an LED kite. No solid explanations have been provided for it, since the author provided no further details, adding mystery to the origins and nature of this object. But what was it in your opinion?
Ash Fork, Arizona, March 23, 2024. It was a calm night like any other for the Redditor OneRock8528, but things quickly changed when his neighbor started yelling about a strange light in the skies. OneRock quickly ran back inside his house, grabbed his phone, and started recording. Taking a look at his video, a very bright object can be seen slowly moving and eventually making abrupt turns. Despite the fact that the video is not very clear, the original poster of the video claims that the object had 3 lights that stayed on the entire time, and a few turned on just as the UFO moved, forming a V shape. When analyzing this footage, the UFO community was divided in regards to the nature of this object. While some were surprised that they had never seen something like this before, others were sure that it was just a LED kite. Even after a lot of online debate, a definitive explanation for this event could not be defined. Also, since this video was posted, no further details or follow-up were provided by the original poster.
Teleporting UFO. In February 2024, a video was posted on Reddit by the author who claimed to have found it online with only around 100 views. They decided to share it with the UFO community to bring more attention to the incident. The original video, dated May 2023, showed 3 orange lights in the skies of Arkansas, United States. Initially, the lights didn't seem unusual, but what stood out was how they would disappear and then reappear at random spots in the sky. The most plausible explanation suggested was that these orange lights were flares released from military aircraft. However, the fact that one light would turn on immediately after another left room for doubt. Despite efforts by the UFO community to understand the event, no definitive explanation for this phenomenon has been provided to this day.
This video was posted on Reddit in February 2024. The author of the post claims that he found this video online with only around 100 views, so he decided to share it with the UFO community in order to shed more light on this incident. In the original video, which dates to May 2023, 3 orange lights can be seen in the skies of Arkansas, United States. At first, they don't seem out of the ordinary, but what makes this incident stand out is how those lights were disappearing and then reappearing at random spots in the sky. The most plausible explanation for this incident is that those orange lights were just flares being released from military aircraft, but given how one light turns on immediately after another one turns off, leaves room for doubt. Even after a lot of efforts by the UFO community in an attempt to understand this event, no definitive explanation for this phenomenon has ever been given to this day.
Planes and lights. The next video comes straight out of a pilot's camera roll. While flying a plane on a dark night, the pilot noticed something strange and decided to record it. Although the quality of the video wasn't very good, due to it being very dark that night, the author of the video claimed that he saw several lights in the sky that were seemingly chasing each other. Looks like he wasn't the only one that night noticing it all. You see, the pilot and the author of the video stated that the radio communication between planes that night was very busy, as other pilots were also busy trying to figure out what these strange lights were. In the air-to-air communication, another pilot can be heard talking about witnessing one of the lights doing a zigzag movement. One could make an argument about these lights being just satellites, but that argument would be put to sleep for a few reasons. Firstly, satellites only reflect the sun once, and it's often as it moves over the horizon. Secondly, these lights repeatedly got bright and then dim, which is very unlike satellites. Also, the erratic movements these lights were performing make this argument irrelevant. Interestingly, a Reddit user commented under the post stating that he saw something very similar in 2007. I was flying on a corporate jet flight from Bermuda to Morristown, New Jersey in 2007, and we all saw something very similar, although there were at least 10 of these things. The pilots, both employees of our company, said that they see this all the time and have seen disc-shaped craft during the day. They're rarely reported to the FAA. As of today, no definitive answers have come forward regarding this incident, and these lights remain a mystery.
The next video was recorded by a pilot from the cockpit of a plane. Despite the fact that the quality is not that clear since it was very dark at that moment, the context around it makes up for it. The author of the video noticed a few lights in the sky that were seemingly chasing each other and started recording as he was explaining the incident. However, he was not the only one that was witnessing this phenomenon. As the pilot stated in the video, the radio communication between planes was very busy at that moment, as other pilots were discussing and trying to understand what they were seeing. Also, later on in the video, it can be heard in the air-to-air communication that another pilot witnessed the object doing a zigzag movement. Given how high these lights were in the skies, the most reasonable explanation for this incident is that it was probably satellites, but this can be ruled out for a few reasons. For example, satellites only reflect the sun once, and it's usually as it moves over the horizon. On the other hand, these lights repeatedly get bright and then dim, not even mentioning the erratic movement that doesn't match the one from satellites. On top of that, there's also an interesting comment on this video from a Redditor that claims that he saw something similar back in 2007. I was flying on a corporate jet flight from Bermuda to Morristown, New Jersey in 2007, and we all saw something very similar, although there were at least 10 of these things. The pilots, both employees of our company, said that they see this all the time and have seen disc-shaped craft during the day. They're rarely reported to the FAA. It's also worth mentioning that a few similar sightings from pilots were already
Mexican Air Force encounter. The next footage comes from a Mexican firefighter jet. This video was originally recorded in 2004. However, it was just recently declassified by the Mexican Army. Now, the internet is full of enthusiastic translators who look for such videos and provide insights. Some of the Reddit users did manage to translate what these pilots were talking about while these UFOs flew in the skies. According to the translation, the pilots managed to count 11 of these objects in total. The most interesting yet disturbing part about this footage is that one of the pilots can be heard saying, "Why are they following us?" in a very concerning tone. Now, I need to ask something. How would you react if you knew an extraterrestrial being was following you in the skies, sitting in God knows how technologically advanced saucer? I sure as hell would be terrified to my core, man. Moreover, pilots weren't able to see anything in front of them with their naked eye. However, on radars and infrared cameras, these objects can be seen clearly, flying right in front of them. What kind of future technology could these objects be using to be invisible like that? Were these aliens trying to survey and plan their invasion? We know nothing. They can be going through the skies right now, and we can't see anything with our naked eyes.
Air Force encounter.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 en la pantalla.
Now, moving on to the next video, a Mexican Air Force fighter captures a few unidentified flying objects close to their position. The video, originally recorded in 2004, was just recently declassified by the Mexican Army. Just like the case from Shanghai, Reddit users managed to translate what the pilots were talking about on the radio as the event was taking place. According to the translation, the pilots managed to count a total of 11 unidentified objects. Now, the most intriguing part of the contact between the pilots is that we can hear one of them saying, "Why are they following us?" in a genuinely concerned tone. It's also important to add that the pilot could visually see absolutely nothing with his naked eyes, but on radar and ground radar, they could see them, as well as with infrared cameras. Could these objects be using some sort of advanced cloaking technology? Just imagine that they can be going through the sky right now, and we just can't visibly see them. And there you have it, another compilation of inexplicable phenomena from the far reaches of the internet. Remember to share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies, and
There we go. Another complication of the most intriguing and remarkable UFO findings from around the internet. These videos are always scary to watch, but the way people provide biased opinions on these sightings and argue like little kids is admirable. What do you think about these videos? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more of these videos. Thank you for watching the video. See you in another one of these.